my name's Kelsey, and today I'm going to be repotting my Mother of Thousands plant. So this is my Mother of Thousands plant. So as you can see, these plants really live up to their name. You can see where they put out the babies on top of the leaves. And then a lot of them have just fallen into this pot and kind of grown. Then I actually planted quite a few of them in these smaller pots. You can tell that these guys aren't even big yet and they're having babies of their own. If you're not careful, you will end up with literally 1,000 of them. We are going to be repotting all of these guys today, and I'm going to put them in a large container. That way when they have their little plant babies and they fall off, they can just fall into that container and then grow there. Also, I just want to apologize about the audio. I do live next to a lot of air conditioners, and I also live next to a parking garage. So there's nothing I can do about that, but I want to apologize in advance if the audio does seem a little off to you. So to repot our Mother of Thousands plant, we got this larger container. This is just a regular clay pot. You can get it at any nursery or Home Depot. I did make sure that I got something with a drainage hole. Would definitely consider that when you're repotting succulent plants, to have a drainage hole. To repot these, I just got a regular citrus palm and cactus potting mix. This is by Miracle Grow. Again, you can get this at any Home Depot, Lowe's, or at your local nursery. And lastly, we got some desert sand to mix in with that cactus soil just to add a little more drainage. So I went ahead and put a napkin over the drainage hole just so all that soil doesn't fall out, but it will still allow for water to come out of the drainage hole. So we're gonna go ahead and lay down some of this soil, just a few inches at first. And then I'm going to mix some of that sand in with the soil as well. Take some pruning shears and just try to separate the soil just a little bit from the pot right here, just to try to make it a little easier to remove this. And as you can see, the soil in this plant is very gritty. There's a lot of sand and small rocks in the soil, and I think they really thrived in this pot while they were in here. Alright, cool. So I'm just lifting this out, and you can see the little babies that fell off. These guys are just all over the place. It's impossible to save all of them. And I'm just going to try to loosen up the roots on this a little bit. Okay, so I just put a few more inches of soil in, so I think we are good, and I'm gonna go ahead and place these guys in here. And I just want a little Mother of Thousands garden, and I'm just gonna kind of stick them here and there. Look at all these tiny ones. There's so many. So now I'm also going to repot these 3 Mother of Thousands plants into the large container as well. So when you're growing Mother of Thousands, you can grow them outdoors if you're in the zones 9 through 11. I think we are in zone 8 or something like that. So I put these guys outside during the summertime when they can get a lot of light, but I bring them in the winter time, or else they will probably die out here. So I just separated that soil, and I'm just gonna try to lift as gently as I can. This one may be a little more stuck than that first one. Oh, I got it. Awesome. So now I'm just going to make a small hole area in the soil, loosen this guy's roots up a bit and place him in here. Again, you don't have to be too delicate. As a matter of fact, if you live in zones 9 through 11 where it does get really hot and you can grow this outside, you probably want to try to grow it in containers because of how quickly they multiply. They can become invasive very fast. So I'm just gonna make sure that the larger plant is planted, and I'm not gonna worry too much about the little ones. There's so many of them, they'll either make it or they won't. I'm going to do the same thing with the second plant as well. And if you don't have pruning shears, you can also use anything from a bamboo skewer or a stick just to try to separate that soil from the side of the pot. And we're just gonna cover those roots up again. Now moving on to that third container. The great thing about the Mother of Thousands plants, it's so easy to propagate these, and you can just give them to all your friends and family because they produce babies so easily. So I'm gonna put this guy right here. Look at those roots. Just gonna loosen up that soil a bit and plop him in here. And just push that soil back over him. I know I have a lot of babies left in these pots. I'm going to try to salvage what I can and try to put them here and there in the larger pots. Top it off with some more of that desert sand. This again adds more drainage and it also just looks a lot nicer. And then we're just gonna give that container a little shake, try to clean some of the sand off. You can also use a paintbrush to brush off any sand that got on your plants. So there you have it, guys. Here is my repotted Mother of Thousands plants. These guys have definitely been wanting a repot for a while, so I'm really excited to put them in this large container. With the rate that they are putting off their little plant babies, I think this whole pot will fill up and it's just going to explode with tons of Mother of Thousands plants. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that it helped you when you go to repot your Mother of Thousands plant. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.